She knew she had to get away as quickly as possible. She was in danger, and if the people who lived on the isolated farm caught sight of her, she was lost. Suddenly the man appeared out of nowhere in front of her, just as she got to the farmyard gate and was about to hurry down to her car. He was big, and not as scruffy as she would have expected among these dilapidated buildings. He was wearing jeans and a jumper. His grey hair was cut very short. She could not see any glimmer of feeling in his pale eyes. Samira could only hope he hadn't seen her behind the barn. Maybe he had spied her car and come to see who was snooping around. Her only chance was in convincing him she was harmless, even though her heart was pounding and her knees knocking. Her face was beaded with sweat, in spite of the biting cold on this already twill-lit December afternoon. His voice was as cold as his eyes. "What are you doing here?" She tried a smile, but felt her lips quiver. "Thank God! I thought no one was here." He looked her up and down. Samira tried to imagine what he saw. A skinny little woman, not yet 30, wrapped up, warm in trousers, fleece-lined boots, and a thick anorak. Black hair, black eyes. Hopefully, he didn't have anything against Asians. Hopefully, he didn't realize he had an Asian in front of him who felt like she was going to throw up at any moment. Hopefully, he had not realized how afraid she was. Samira had an awful feeling he could smell her fear. He nodded towards the copse at the bottom of the hill. "Your car?" It had been a mistake to park it down there. The trees were too sparse and bare. They concealed nothing. He had seen her car from one of the upper windows of his house and put two and two together. What an idiot she was, to come here and not tell anyone, and then to park her car in sight of the wretched farm. "I'm completely lost," she stammered. "No idea how I ended up here. Then I saw your house and thought I could ask if—" "Aye." "I'm new to the area." Her voice sounded wrong in her ears, too high and a little shrill. But he didn't know how she usually spoke. "Actually, I wanted... "So where are you going, really?" Her mind was blank. To... what's it called again? She licked her dry lips. She was standing face to face with a psychopath. He should have been locked up and the key thrown away. She was sure of it. She should never have come here on her own. There was no one here who could help her.